on the first date,
Okay.
do gender roles really matter for that?
You want me to
this
start?
way?
Because you started last
Yeah,
time. You want me
yeah,
to start?
You can go.
All right. This happened actually recently for me. That's why I could speak on this.
You on a date recently?
Yeah, but it was yeah, what a
She
date
was
recently.
Asian? I love that for you.
Oh, wait, she's going to know it's about her.
I mean, I think all the dates I've been on recently have been Asian girls. But well, anyway, beside the fact, I think it depends. Like if I am interested in somebody, I'll pay for the date every time. Every time, even if it was like a bad date, I'll pay for it every time. I don't care. I'm like, whatever, as a gentleman. But if I'm on a date with somebody and they're like, I'm like, I don't really see this going anywhere, and I don't see myself dating you or anything of that nature. Or if they also set off some like icks, then I'm like, all right, I'll split the check with you. That's just for me. But I've only split the check one time. So
But then how do you feel when you might be leaning towards one way and the woman doesn't even bother to try to get the check?
that's happened a lot. I don't
Yeah,
think
that happens a lot.
Most time, I think the majority of the time with me, I don't think a girl has maybe like 2 times a girl has even offered.
It's a very low percentage.
Only 2 times. out of
Most
like
don't
the
even flinch.
Yeah, out of the hundreds of dates I've been on, maybe 2 times a girl has offered to.
So then you
Get the
just don't
check.
even expect
I
that.
don't expect like it's
Yeah.
ingrained in me like, and it's also my mom and dad when we were growing up, when we went to family dinners and stuff like that, they would fight to get the check. So in my mind, I'm like, getting the check is something I need to do. That's my job. That's my duty as a dude. I need to go get the check. I'm paying for the check. Like I'll do stuff like I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll pay for the check. Or one time I called the restaurant and was like, hey, I'm coming at this time for a reservation. Here's my card. Just pay it.
So then you do believe that a man should pay
Yeah.
first most of the time
Yeah.
if he's interested.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Yeah.
I love that. Good for you.
It's gonna be a fun one. It's a great question
Thank you.
because the check game is deep for me, and I'll explain. The short answer is that yes, I should always take it, whether I like you or not. I ask you to come out with me. You spending your time. You take your time to come out. I will pay for it. And the way I do it is I always give the waiter my card in the beginning, so there's no like, oh no. Here's where it gets deep for me. If the girl is into me, I'm sorry, I'll take that back. If she is not into me, she will insist to Venmo me half or just be like, oh, how much was the check? I'll split it with you, da-da-da. Because I think that if a girl is into me, she will let me pay for the dinner, and then I will almost always get dessert because I have a crazy sweet tooth, right? And the girls that I've been successful with on dates have always offered to pay for the dessert part. The reason why the check game is really deep for me is because it allows me to know whether or not this date was good for you. Because in my experience is that those that I never saw again are always those that insisted on paying the check, either through Venmo or whatever. They just want to have, because I think what happens is that girls don't like to feel like they owe anybody anything, especially men, right? So there's this oh man, he paid for me. Like I might feel like I gotta owe him something, and I don't want to do that. So let me just offer to pay if I have to check. So it allows me to know whether the second date is going to be there or not. Because again, this is just my reality. And that's the reason why I give the waiter my card in the beginning of the dinner. It's for that purpose. Because one, I don't want the check to come out and we're playing this like, oh, should you pay? Okay, here's my card. No, I got it. I don't want to play that game. I got it. And if you really didn't enjoy this date, okay, Venmo me. If you do enjoy it, let's go keep hanging out. And let me see what you do when we go get ice cream or crepes or whatever it may be.
You and your crepes.
Have you ever went on a date with a guy that you wanted to pay half of because you didn't enjoy the date?
All the time.
Well, I don't. In the past times when I have gone on dates, and if I wasn't enjoying the date, I wouldn't stay for the whole time. That's a waste of our time.
Oh,
Damn.
Hold up. Wait.
No, I'm sorry. And so So to answer that, yeah, I would pay for what I would
Yeah,
need
okay.
to, and then get out.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
you would
wait.
ask for a split check.
Would it be like this? Yeah, this isn't it. Check. Or would you like stay the whole time and just be like, I'm gonna go home?
No, I would let them know, like, hey, like, thank you, like, I'm gonna go home. It was a good time.
Hey, you know
like,
what?
nice to meet you as
Yeah.
a person, but respectfully, both of our times, like,
Okay,
I'm good.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Wait,
Most girls won't do that, by the way. Most girls won't do
Yeah,
that.
that is.
Yeah.
That's very
Most girls don't do
mature.
Yeah.
I like
wait,
that.
wait.
Air pound.
Wait, question. So it's like if you want a date, like you want a dinner date, right? And then you like orders your food and whatnot. So the food ain't even come out, and you just not feeling it, you just leave. You be, I'm out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what do you say? Oh, like exactly what you said. Like I'm not feeling it, I'm out.
It's hey, you know what? Like literally, it's thanking them for their time, and then letting them know, like, but you know what? Like, I can already see, I don't really want to be here. Like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a little bit more delicately, because right now I'm like, oh, I'm not in the situation. But yeah, and I think most times, definitely, they're not expecting that.
I've
However,
never had anybody do that.
However, it's just like, yeah, me, but you know, it's like my time is precious too, and like if I know I don't like you,
Yeah.
we're never gonna get somewhere. And I just met you today for the first time, so
Do you think you're judging him too quickly though?
so for me, it's,
I feel like it has to be like something extreme for you, Angela, for you to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, it's kind of, but it's more so like, oh,
He catfished you.
either that or like all they want to do is like talk about themselves, or I hated going on dates and feeling like I'm at an interview. When as soon as that would happen, they're asking me these kinds of questions. I'm like, no, let's do this organically. Let's figure things out. I don't need you asking me like 101 questions on Google. What should I ask someone to get to know them? Don't do that.
What's the question like that? What's your favorite color?
What?
Like what's your favorite color?
Yes, yes, that. Like things like that, or like how would you respond to things if like, I don't know, like someone did this, like what would be your response to it? Or like what makes you
That sounds
upset?
like a
Or like
hell-
what makes you angry?
Interview question.
People ask questions like that.
Yeah.
So like you would rather somebody ask you actually a more not personal, but like more like question catered to you than the questions like for example is like
I guess I hate small talk.
It's
Or
an
like-
art though, Jesse. Like conversation is an art, right? And I think what she means by organically is that can you listen to me and then ask me questions based on what I just told you, as opposed to like it being completely unrelated question and answer, like a Q&A.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm just curious like what type of questions you guys ask.
Oh, okay.
That's all. Okay.
Are you guys taking notes? Is that why?
No, I like
I just took notes on that. Yeah.
low-key, I've never had issue with that. Like I feel like every day I've ever been on has been very organic.
Yeah.
So
Jesse's good at it.
You're a good conversationalist.
thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I've never had a conversation with Jesse where I felt like it was like he didn't listen to me. So I'm sure it's probably better with women who look good. I'm sure it's like he's just on it. I would love to go on a date with Jesse, to be honest. Shit.
You don't want to go on a date with me.
It's my go? Okay. All right. So.
Wait.
Oh.
Oh, I'm so
Check.
sorry.
Check.
Yeah, the guy should pay, either whether you like them or not, or like whether
You like her or not?
it's going well or not, or you see something going like further. I feel like you should always pay.
Why?
Part of the game, right? Sharks of the game.
True.
So I think as a girl, from like a girl's perspective, they're already taking a risk, kind of going out on the date with you. Like you could be crazy, like they don't. I mean, you maybe talk to them for like a couple days or a week before you schedule this date. They're risking, you know, going out with someone who could potentially like physically hurt them or whatever. So I feel like you kind of owe them that just to pay for dinner. or
Dang, you
whatever.
took it there, bro.
Dang.
So I don't agree with that, but I feel you, because you come on this date because I want to get to know you too, so I know that you're also not a serial killer, which is fair. But I see what you're saying. I think that I don't have to have a reason to why I want to pay, right? Maybe it's just how I was raised or brought up, but I mean, I would hope that if a girl agrees to go on a date with you, wherever it may be, whether it's dinner or whatever, that they have done their vetting, right? Like, don't
Yeah.
you guys?
Stalk your Facebook.
Yeah, you
I mean,
guys do your
stalk your
research,
Instagram.
right?
Undercover detectives.
Yeah,
yes.
I feel
Girls
like
are the
most-
greatest detectives.
But have you seen on like Hinge profiles? They're like, let's not talk. Let's just go out to dinner.
Yeah, but those
or
are already
something.
red flags that I
Yeah.
think most sensible women will be like, that's a weirdo thing to say.
No. It's from women. It's
Yeah,
on
women,
women's profiles.
A lot of women do that.
I'm not.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you ask me out? Just
Just
ask
ask
me
me.
out.
Just ask
Name
me.
the time and place.
They all say
But to
that.
me, that is kind of a red flag. Like, how are you so confident that like I'm not crazy?
And you're saying, so they had that on their profile.
They'll be like, let's not even talk on here. Let's just, if you like me, then ask me out to dinner. Or
and
let's
then,
go
but
get
you're
dinner.
saying you were willing to pay because you're not a serial killer. Like you owe them the time
mean,
that they came
obvious.
out.
Let me answer that. All right. So I agree with Brad. Okay. I think that as a guy, regardless, okay, I've been in situations where basically like we didn't really talk too much and we went straight to the date. All right. And I've been in situations where, okay, I've been on a lot of catfish dates. Okay. I've been on so many dates. I'm like, what the freak am I
sorry,
doing
Jason.
here? Like, I'm like, you look nothing like your picture, or like your pictures from like 10 years ago. All right, that's happened so many times, or like it's just not it, or like, or there's been incidents where I know that they're only out here for food.
You don't do the
Dang.
FaceTime thing?
No, I don't. Maybe I should.
Girls that say, let's just go get dinner are out just for food.
Yeah.
That's a red flag to
Yeah.
me.
So like I said, I've been catfished a lot, and I've been like in those situations where I've been on dates with girls who only go for food. But I've never ever like that's a red flag to me. If a girl says let's just go for food, that's an X.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't even
it's
talk to
it's
them.
like the ones that are like, how do you? The best way to ask me out is
No,
with
like,
reservations and stuff like that, right?
There are some girls who don't like basically outwardly say that, but they're only going out for you just to get food.
Yeah.
Or it's or whatever, and that's happened multiple times.
Yeah.
Like, but like regardless of the situation, even if I feel that vibe, I will still like, you know what? I'm just gonna be in the moment right now. I'm just gonna enjoy this drink, make a friend, whatever, or enjoy this food or whatever it is, and just enjoy my time. I'm still gonna pick up the check, and I will never ever make a woman ever pay on the first date, whether it's a bad date or a good date, because that's how I was raised. You know, I'm just thinking that's just how I am. I don't split the check, and even if we do continue on a date, I will still continue to pick up the check. And like the only time I will ever let a woman pick up the check is if, say, like we was like deep in something.
If it was your birthday, man, let her pay, you know?
No, I won't even let a girl pay for my birthday.
Oh, really? I
No.
feel like that's a good
No,
exception.
I don't like girls. I don't like girls paying for me. Even for dessert, I wouldn't let a girl pay.
Yeah,
Do
I
you
agree.
do you guys think this
Yeah.
has to
Birthdays?
do with feeling like a
Really?
man?
No, I just think
No?
no.
It's
It's
just something.
It's not even like being. I don't think it's even tied to my my gender. It's just tied to my values as a person, because that's what my parents taught me.
Yeah,
That's
Like-
what it comes down to.
I see that.
yeah.
I see that.
Like literally, when I mentioned earlier, they would fight to pick up the check. They literally would fight each other to pick up the check. Like, they'd move out the way, give me your credit card. No, take this one. Like,
It extends even past like just like the woman too. Like paying for the woman is just a small portion of it. Like if I was dating somebody, like, and then like I went to dinner with their family, like their mom and their dad or sister came out, I would go and pay for all of them. That's just how I was raised. Like, okay, and I asked them to, hey, let's go to dinner tonight. Bring your sister, bring your brother, bring your mom and your dad. All right, I'm asking you, so it's my responsibility to show my value as just a person. Where I go, I sneak up, hey, I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'm gonna go to here, pay for the check. I've done that before. Like,
So what if the girl asks you out?
man, that never happens, bro. That doesn't
You
happen.
guys are talking to the wrong woman.
That's literally like 1 in 100 times.
that is,
It's a very rare occurrence.
It's a 1 in 100 time thing.
Yeah.
I'm say that has happened in the past.
Because he like that.
No,
Jay has a Pokedex.
okay. You know what? I am trying to catch them all. I haven't got- anyway, but like that has happened in the past, and I still ended up paying.
Yeah.
One time, someone asked me, like, "Hey, let's go off to dinner for your birthday." I was like, "Okay." I went out to dinner. I still picked up the check. I just felt like it was what I should do.
They didn't insist.
But I didn't expect it. Like I mentioned, I only have split the check one time, but I think that's honestly like a very special situation because we have mutual friends and I want to be friendly with them, but I don't want to give the wrong vibe. Like I want to see something with you. Like you're just a friend to me. So I'm okay with splitting this check with you. But yeah, I just feel
If you interested, the guy's gonna pay.
Yeah,
If the guy is interested, he will pay.
Yeah.
If he asks you to split, that means there's two reasons why a guy would ask you to split. A, I think the more traditional you are, the more likely you won't split it. And then B, if you just don't like the person, you're probably asked to split it. But if you ask to split it, you're probably not a very traditional person.
all right. I never asked to split it, but if they insist to split it, I will allow. But I will never. I will always expect to pay in full unless they are insisting. Like, no, let me pay half. Let me pay half. Let me pay half. I'm like, all right, cool. I've never had the Venmo thing though. That has never happened to me.
Bro, if she insists on paying, man, she don't like you.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But I always insist on paying.
I'm dating the wrong girls. The ones that
Maybe that's a LA thing.
Yeah, I was about to say, how many girls have insisted? But for me, it's only one or two.
The ones in LA aren't the ones that. It only happened like once, you know. But I'm very like, oh man, this happened and it made me feel this way. I don't want to feel this way ever again. So it's always like, you know, life is what you believe, right? So if I believe that girls who insist on paying at the date that they don't like me, that's what I'm gonna believe and that's what I'm gonna think. Now, are there exceptions to the rule? Of course, but not in Reza's world, right? So, but yeah.
I will say though that like I will let a woman pay at some point, but it's like initially I don't think I would ever let a woman pay. But
How many dates is that?
I don't think you quantify in like amount of dates. I think it's more like a comfortability level. Like if you're just talking to a person after maybe like you're talking for a month or two and like you guys are kind of like whatever. And she's like in the past, like she's like, please just let me pay. I'm like, all right, go ahead. I'm not gonna fight you if you really want to pay. I'll let her pick it up at the time, but I will never split. I will never ever split. But if she insists on paying, she's like, let me get it this time. I'm like, all right, go ahead.